I welcome you to CSC Talker Radio. It is my honor, my privilege, and my pleasure to be here with you. It is Free for All Friday. Let's cut to the chase and get straight to the show. It's Free for All Friday, and this you must know. Your voice will be heard across the heart of this land. Your opinion is important, and I think you're just grand. It is Free for All Friday. Your calls are all welcome. We'll talk about almost anything. We deny very seldom. So get your coffee ready. It's the brew that is true. Let's get on with the show. This day is for you. 877-895-5410. That's 877-895-5410. We will have Daniel Turner calling in from Power of the Future here in a little bit. He was pretty riled up about something this week, and he said, I want to talk about that on Free for All Friday. And I said, you go right ahead. We're going to do it. I'm going to kind of go a different direction here for just a little bit. I like to go back to the songs and their lyrics. And I have a song that, when I was a teenager, I just thought this was such a neat song. Now, it's a sad song. It's a sad song. And it's called Silence is Golden. And they did the little nasal song, little nasal part in it, when they did the high part. But I want you to think of the her and the she in here as USA, America. So I'm going to give you the lyrics of this song, and I want you to think about what it would mean if the she, the her, the girl, is America. Oh, don't it hurt deep inside to see someone do something to her? Oh, don't it pain to see someone cry? How especially if that someone is her. Silence is golden, but my eyes still see. Silence is golden, golden, but my eyes still see. Talking is cheap, people follow like sheep, even though there is nowhere to go. How could she tell he deceived her so well? Pity she'll be the last one to know. Silence is golden, but my eyes still see. How many times will she fall for his lies? Should I tell her or should I be cool? If I tried, I know she'd say I lied. Mind your business, don't hurt her, you fool. Silence is golden, but my eyes still see. Silence is golden, but my eyes still see. Iran Hirsi Ali. Now, she is the female who was abused in the Middle East by Islam, what they did to her as a little girl. She says, if you don't like what's happening, then I think you should speak up. I don't like it. We the people have stood by, for the most part, silent, and watched as DC occupiers destroy this nation's rule of law and constitution. We've stood silent and watched the elected officials legislate for money and compromise for liberty. Laws on top of laws, so many laws, restrictions that the people can't possibly know or keep them. God's laws, rule of laws, are the ones that count. And Ayn Rand said the only power any government has to crack down on criminals. That's the only power they have. Well, when there aren't enough criminals, one makes them. One declares so many things to be a crime that it becomes impossible for men to live without breaking the law. And James Madison said, it will be of little avail to the people if the laws be so voluminous that they cannot be read, or so incoherent that they cannot be understood. But the legislators today, like Nancy Pelosi, when they were trying to pass the, I don't know how many, 2,000-page national health care, socialist health care, she said, we have to pass the bill so you can find out what is in it. Silence is not golden. The Democrat socialists and the Republican globalists don't seem to really understand their duty to liberty and to we the people. The Democrats want socialism, the Republicans want big government, still controlling and lacking in independence. Correct? Not a whole lot different, the way they're running things. Ayn Rand also said, And think about this. She said this a long time ago, but think about it for what it means today. We are fast approaching the stage of the ultimate inversion. The stage where the government is free to do anything it pleases, while the citizens may act only by permission. And Ayn Rand said the smallest minority on earth is the individual. Those who deny individual rights cannot claim to be defenders of minorities. Regardless of the minority, you cannot favor one over the other. Equality is just that, male, female, color, etc. That's from me. Ayn Rand went on to say individual rights are not subject to a public vote. A majority has no right to vote away the rights of a minority. The political function of rights is precisely to protect minorities from oppression by majorities, and the smallest minority on earth is the individual. This politically correct socialist agenda, which preaches warm fuzzies, is all the while robbing you blind. They've damaged our nation. Save the democracy, they scream, while preaching socialism and communism and legislating big government socialism. The legislative system is corrupt. The judicial system is corrupt. The executive branch is infiltrated with corruptions. The bureaucracy has taken over. And what that means is you no longer have a voice or a choice. So while women are told they have a choice to kill their babies, while Cuomo says we are not great because women are discriminated against, the Democrat Party enslaves all who they claim to protect. Abortion is about money, and abortion is about control. Healthcare is about control and money. You see, while we've remained silent, they've become quite wealthy, and we've become their useful idiots. Silence is not golden. Silence destroys liberty. Just think about that for a little bit as we look at today's news. Like I said, Daniel Turner will be joining us in a little bit, and he's pretty upset about something. Now you might have a clue. It's because I know you've recognized his New York bro. He's quite upset, and he has every right to be. I have an article here that I was going to share. I don't know that I would really call it an article, but it's a list of facts, and we're just about out of time here for this segment. But it's talking about the NFL and how they stand for freedom of speech, because they allow the players to take a knee. Now, you know how I feel about that. I really don't believe that is freedom of speech. I don't believe it's a true protest. Oh, I believe it's a protest, all right. But I don't believe they are truly oppressed. Are there prejudices? You bet there are. There are people that are going to be prejudiced, and you never can legislate that away. But you got to recognize what's going on, and we the people have got to stop being silent, because silence is not golden. Silence destroys. 877-895-5410 is the number to call. It is free for all. Variety of your calls are welcome. We'll talk about almost anything you want to talk about. Daniel Turner will join us, Power of the Future. He's upset, and we're going to hear all about it. 877-895-5410, and we will be right back.